Today on the channel, this figure star so bright I had to wear shades. Johnny Cage, Mortal Kombat. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Mortal Kombat Mcfarlane unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we've got Johnny Cage. But remember, for all your Mortal Kombat needs, be it Mcfarlane or Storm, and really anything else at this point, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. Well, today, like I said, we've got Johnny Cage, one of the first Mortal Kombat figures from Mcfarlane. It's interesting because I remember seeing this around a lot of different Target stores, especially even some Walgreens stores. I'd run into this and see this around. Passed on it back in the day. I wasn't buying Mortal Kombat figures, but it seemed to be everywhere. I could go to GameStop, you name it, I could find this. And then it just seemed like overnight, they were gone everywhere. Just disappeared. Didn't think anything of it. Then I went down the road to Mortal Kombat about a month ago. Seeing I need to get some of these characters. And Johnny Cage was one I really remember seeing on the pegs everywhere. Well, little did I know is he's really climbed in value over the last year. Just interesting. These Mcfarlane toys are really interesting. You know, there's variants, there's repaints, and they're everywhere, and then they're nowhere, and then all of a sudden they're high dollar. It's really an interesting market. It's really interesting to track the ups and downs. I'd love to see that on some of these Mortal Kombat figures. But Johnny Cage, a very expensive figure at this point. Luckily, you guys know my motto. I'm always searching. Gotta get a deal. I went to the Mercaris, the eBays, the Facebook groups. I looked around, looked at different spots. I hit all my local Walgreens just in case one last time, trying to find this Johnny Cage. And I ended up getting it for, I want to say it was like $40 shipped, which is basically $10 shipping is how I justify it in my mind, and then I paid $10 over what I would have paid. Bad long game, as I saw so many of these at Target I could have grabbed for 20 bucks, but $40 I felt pretty good, as this seems to go around $60 to $70 at this point. So $40, we'll call it a win, kind of. I'd really like that $10 back, but what can you do? It is what it is. But gotta have Johnny Cage, one of the OGs of the Mortal Kombat game. People love him, people hate him. He was not in the latest Mortal Kombat movie, but there was a little Easter egg at the end, and we saw probably online, some of you guys saw, I saw it on TV, on some channel flipping through, that The Miz, Wrestling's The Miz, is trying to get his name out there to play Johnny Cage. And I think that would be fabulous. You bring a lot of WWE fans. I'm sure there's some crossover with that. WWE, Mortal Kombat fans, video game fans. The Miz, he's had movies before. He's been in those Marine movies. And he wouldn't be a super high dollar actor to pay for, I wouldn't think. So it kind of fits to me. So I'd like to see that. I'd be all for that. I love Johnny Cage. He's my spirit animal. He's one of my favorites in the Mortal Kombat, especially Mortal Kombat 1. I really like Johnny Cage, and he got better as he went on. I think he did die in the game for once and for all. I can't remember. I'm not really, after Mortal Kombat 2, it gets a little fuzzy for me in Mortal Kombat, but I definitely do like the figures, and I definitely like Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and a little bit of 3, and the movies that I've seen over the years. But enough jibber jabber, like Mr. T would say. Time to take a look at the box, talk about it, unbox it, talk about it, and see where we go from there. And that's Johnny Cage, Mcfarlane Toys. Very cool figure. Like I said, this caught my eye when I was not collecting Mortal Kombat, so I knew it was a good figure from day one. The blue really pops. You got the sunglasses in there. You got his, we'll call it an Academy Award or whatever award you want to call it. And then he has an action figure of himself. I think that is a really cool thing. Johnny Cage a little bit full of himself. He is the Hollywood hunk, after all. But a cool look. I like the jacket with the open chest underneath. Different than the Scorpion, Sub-Zeros, Raidens, Baraka's. This is a human character. We've had Liu Kang, we've had a couple other ones, but it's always cool to get something like this. It's a little more flashy, not as monstrous. I could see people buying this figure to put in maybe just a different shelf, or putting it with something else, or hey, if you kind of look like him, you could say, I got a figure of myself out there. Who knows? But I like the looks of this one. This is the throwback. Only a year and a half old packaging, but it seems like throwback because we're so used to the Mortal Kombat 11 yellow style packaging at this point. But very cool. You got a little glamour shot here. You got his name. You got Mortal Kombat 14 and up, the Mcfarlane logo. On the side, you got another glamour shot, Mcfarlane Toys logo down at the bottom. And then a glamour shot with him at the bottom and the Mortal Kombat logo along the side. And then you get the back. We've talked about the backs before. I like the glamour shot. I like what's going on, but I think there should be a little box here that shows, here's the other ones. Just put their head Well, just put 4 heads there. So, you know, oh, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Raiden, Baraka, or whoever it is. Promote your lines, because if you just picking this guy up at Walgreens by himself, you're probably saying, huh, I wonder who else is in this Mortal Kombat line. I get it, you can look it up on your phone and stuff, but it's just, I don't know, maybe I'm old school, but I like just a little bit more to my packaging. And I'm a loose collector primarily, so what does that tell you? I don't know, maybe I care too much. I just care too much. My heart just yearns for these toys. I don't know what to tell you. But there it is. There's the packaging. Cool slimline packaging. That's something we never talked about, these Mortal Kombat figures. I know the government is getting involved in cutting down plastics, cutting down packaging, all that. There's rules by like 2024. There has to be X amount of less plastic used by Mattel, Hasbro, NECA, I'm sure. I think Mcfarlane gets ahead of it a little bit. They're smart with these Mortal Kombat figures. They are making the most use of their box, slimming them down. I would honestly like to see, you guys are familiar with the Star Wars Black Series figures. You guys have seen them on my channel, I'm sure, at least seen them out in the store pegs. I would like to see WWE Elites, DC Multiverse Mcfarlane, Marvel Legends, move to more of that slimline packaging. It works very well. It looks really good. It looks nice and clean. I love the environment as much as the next guy, but I'm not doing that because of the environment. I'm thinking of, if I'm a mint on card collector, real estate is at a premium in your collection, and if you want to display everything, you need tighter packaging. You could get, I would rather have a tight package like this compared to the big DC Multiverse that's about this wide. If they were all this wide and they all fit correctly and everything like that, you can get a heck of a lot more figures on display. That's the way my brain goes. So slimmer the package, slim the package down, make more room for people to have mint on card collections. That's where my brain's going. So there it is. All right, enough talking about this. Let's get Johnny Cage unboxed. I'm anxious to see what's going on here. Can I even get him open is the question. There it is. We're getting there, slowly. See you later. What do we got back here? So, first time me seeing this in person, the Mortal Kombat background here with the red, kind of the blood. You got the stand there. We love the stands. Got the stand right here ready to go, but I'll throw this to the side for now. I'll fish it out later. See you later. All right, soaking in old Johnny Cage here. No paint imperfections that I see anywhere. Nope, nothing. Plastic prison shot. There he is. Looking only like he could look, some would say. Like I said, you got the figure, you got the Oscar, you got the glasses. He's loaded. He's loaded for bear. There's a lot of accessories with this figure. We also got to cut him out. He is locked in here at the waist. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. And, oh, his feet all the way through, huh? Well, this is strange. What? Am I going to have to cut his feet out? Oh, there's one. There's two. Okay, I'm just not smart enough. See you later. All right, get this garbage out of here. There it is. All right, let's start with this, what's it say here? Excellence Award for the Best Actor. So it's kind of a takeoff on an Oscar or whatever. Very cool, though. Really fits his character. I like that a lot. Very lightweight plastic. Very similar to a Slammy Award. How about his little action figure? Oh, I was hoping the action figure had some movement to it. Unfortunately, it does not. So it's in the Jean-Claude Van Damme split position. And I always kind of thought he was based off Jean-Claude Van Damme a little bit. You know, they took a little bit of that imagery and maybe took the foreignality out of Jean-Claude a little bit and gave him kind of the California movie star persona a little bit. So there it is. That's pretty cool. Now we got purple glasses. Look at these cool purple shades. I could just imagine 10 years from now, people having this Johnny Cage but having no glasses, these glasses being worth an absolute fortune, about as much as the figure. That's usually the way it happens with some of these accessories. But man, Mcfarlane does an amazing job on these toys. You know, we've talked scale before with these. I prefer scale a little bit smaller, but I don't mind it in Mortal Kombat because I'm not displaying it with anything else and I'm not comparing it to something else. But when I talked about Mcfarlane and his DC figures, I want that Marvel Legends scale because Marvel Legends did it first. I think that's how my brain works. But scale doesn't worry me with these. I'm totally fine with it. Got double jointed knees, elbows, got the waist, got the head, got the thigh movement. Very stiff and firm, but there's mobility to this. There is movement to it. Very cool figure. Very cool. The jacket, nah, it's not removable. You wouldn't be able to take it off. I love the colors, though. The shimmer and shine of the jacket is really cool in the paint job of this plastic. I don't know how they did it. That's a detailed paint job. One of the most detailed paint jobs I've ever seen, I think. Very cool logo on the back of his jacket as well. He's got his high-top sneakers like a young Zach Morris going on. He's got taped fists. He's ready to throw down. Got the JC logo on the side of his shirt. Got the Cage belt buckle. Very cool. No extra hands with this one. That's the only thing that maybe would be a gripe to some, but you know, you can hold his, we'll call it an Oscar, and then he can hold his action figure in his other hand if he wants to, depending on how you want to hold it. You can hold it like so. I mean, how cool is that? Then you put his shades on him. Man, he's ready. He's ready for Mortal Kombat. If I can get these shades on sideways here. Purple goes weird against the blue a little bit, but I guess it does work. But talk about a solid figure. This is one of the coolest Mortal Kombat figures I think we've had so far. It's so different than the Scorpions and Baracas and Shao Kahns of the world. It's just, you know, it's human for one thing. We'll see if he fits on the stand. You know he will. It's human for one thing. It just doesn't seem like a Mortal Kombat figure, but it is a Mortal Kombat figure. I don't know if that makes sense. Put him next to Scorpion here. They're all there. And, of course, Shao Kahn. He's not left my desk since I've opened him. I need to find a home for him, but he's good here for these comparison pictures, that's for sure. There he is. So you can kind of see these guys together, see what they kind of compare. Shao Kahn's still a bigger figure than Johnny Cage, which makes sense. Scorpion's about the same size as Johnny Cage. But very cool. This Johnny Cage is solid. It's better than expected. This whole Mortal Kombat line for a whole is better than expected. I've really enjoyed unboxing these. I've only unboxed one Storm figure so far. I'm going to go down the road of getting a few Storm figures as well. Those are a lot more pricey, so they should be a lot better quality, a lot better detail to them. We'll see when we get to some more of those down the line. But for right now, I'm all in. I like this Johnny Cage a whole lot. It sucks that he's hard to get. Maybe there'll be a variant re-release one of these days. I wouldn't put it past Mcfarlane at all. But a very, very solid pickup. And one I'm happy I picked up. Very, very cool figure, that's for sure. So you guys tell me in the comments, did you pick this one up? Do you remember the days of this one peg warming? Maybe it didn't peg warm in your ear. Maybe it was just mine. I don't know. But tell me your thoughts on Johnny Cage and Mortal Kombat from Mcfarlane. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You guys know we're coming out with unboxings every single day. You don't want to miss any, including a ton of Mortal Kombat still to unbox. I got a stack over there, and the stack seems to grow every week. So stay tuned for that. So make sure you have your notification bell. Follow me on social media, on Twitter at SirPaul64, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram. You can find out all kinds of what I'm up to, my figure hunts, deals of the day, pictures, you name it. It's all there on those social media channels. And then, of course, belowthecollar.com, search Kyle Peterson. And that's it. So for Johnny Cage and I guess Scorpion and Shao Kahn, Mortal Kombat Mania continues at my house. Who's next to unbox? You'll just have to wait and see. That's why you need to be subscribed. But for Johnny Cage, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.